Today we're talking about sod installation here in Cape Coral, Florida. We just talked about how it is a great time to install sod. Now I want to talk about one of the main differences between using one company versus another company. All these videos we do are wanting to educate clients as much as possible so they can make better decisions. And I'm not saying we're the only people that do this, but this is a practice that we do, that you want to make sure what you're getting when you get your sod installed. Obviously there's a couple different options. Their typical options you're going to see here are Bahia and St. Augustine. Nicer, fuller, irrigated lawns are going to be St. Augustine. Bahia is going to be more cost effective, but it's going to have problems like it's extremely hard to spray weeds in. All you can really do is fertilize it. Over the long term, you're not going to have as nice of a lawn. Then there's some other options out there, but those are going to be your standard go-tos we're going to stick with. So throwing sod out of the way, the biggest part of a sod job is the preparation. What you want to ask anyone that's going to do this work, anyone that's going to do a sod install for you, is how are they preparing it? Because what you see in a lot of jobs, people are just scalping down the lawns, spraying what's existing, letting it die, and going right over that. In some situations where it's so sparse and there's hardly anything anyway, in little areas you can do that. The big difference in prep is when a company comes in and they scrape all the existing yard, get down past that old root zone and then put the new sod in. It doesn't raise the height of your lawn, it doesn't raise it against the walks, and this is a massive, massive difference. So if our company was to come in and just weed eat, scalp down, spray real quick, and overlay new sod, we would be able to do a much more cost-effective install. Unfortunately, the quality of install is hampered so much by this that we just don't stand behind it. I even took it to the team and said, hey, this is an option. If someone wants a really cost-effective sod job, do we want to start doing this? And I got rejected because one of the things we stand behind is our quality, how we're going to come out and do whatever we can to make sure a client is happy. And if this makes us a little more expensive on sod jobs, or even substantially more expensive than someone that just overlays it, we know that we're standing behind a quality product and we know that we're doing an amazing install. So make sure you ask that question when you're getting quotes for your sod and you see one that's dramatically lower. How are you installing it? Are you cutting out existing sod or using a sod cutter or some kind of machine? That is huge difference on prep, because what it adds to is not just the labor, it creates a ton of disposal. It's very easy to have multiple dump trailers going out with old sod and roots and some sand and soil in that, just to prep for your new yard. The other final thing that I want to throw in here as an extra little nugget, make sure if you're getting sod installed from the road to the first 14 to 20 foot back in that swale area, that you're also getting a permit. Whether that's this contractor is rolling that into their bill and they're taking care of that, or they're trying to pass that on to you, or they're not getting a permit at all. That area needs to be permitted because they are very critical with the grade, making sure it's right so you don't cause water issues for yourself and your neighbors. So I hope this video has helped you out. I hope to give you some things to think about when you're getting pricing for sod. And if it's a rental property, like I have rental properties, I totally understand it. If it's a rental property and it's maybe not the most high-end thing and you're wanting it to just be super cost effective, maybe an overlay is fine. If it's something that is yours, you're gonna live there forever, you want the best, most long-lasting job, maybe you want the prep to be a lot more heavy duty, take out all that old lawn and get your new lawn installed on fresh, perfectly prepped soil. I hope